How's it going, guys? It's Nathan from Nathan's DIY Garage, and today we have an E39 here. I've had this car here at my house for a little while. It's getting ready to get sold, and I thought I'd do one last video on it. What we're going to do today is how to take care of an oily smell inside the cabin on a BMW E39. So the way these cars are set up, it's kind of a crappy setup. In a way it's crappy, in a way it's better. It has the cabin air filter housings up here on top, and they're pretty easy to get to. And how these are set up is you just flip the little bell open and flip it up, and right there's a filter. And it's a lot better than E36 when you're standing on your head trying to get out from under the dash. Now the downfall of this is there's two different types of boxes. They both leak. This is the older type. This is the up to 1998, and it has these kind of latches on it. The 99 and up cars have a push lock. You have to have a screwdriver to pop them open. Other than that, it looks identical. Now, it doesn't really matter which one you have after they get some wear and tear on them. What happens is the tube that goes down to the cabin doesn't want to seal very good. Now, there's a couple different variables here. Your BMW valve cover probably is leaking. That's just what they do. Even if it's not leaking, just the smell of the engine, if these things are not hooked up right, which these are not because they're broken, well, it's kind of hooked up right, as right as you can get it. These older ones, the reason why they went away from these, let me grab this other one, it's a little easier to get off. The reason why they quit producing these is they didn't latch at all. And you undo these, it's supposed to have a clip. This one doesn't have it, it's all missing. You just swivel it to the left and you pull out, and it unplugs like that. And it looks like this in the back. It has three little tabs, you know, they turn in here like so, and that goes into the car. And the one over here does the same way. And then what the purpose of it is so you can pull outside air, you know, through the filter housing inside the cabin of the car when it's running, when you're driving down the road. So this is how it works. Any little bit of smell coming off the engine is going to find its way in the cabin. So a lot of times it'll happen when you first start it. If you have any kind of drip on the manifold, start it up, it'll warm up, and be able to smell it. It doesn't always do that, but these cars are really bad about when you take off driving it, you'll be sitting in traffic at a stop sign and you get a drip over here. You know, either that or the car just generally stinks, which is very common. These engines are kind of dirty runners. They do have smells coming off of them, whether it's exhaust or oil or whatever have you. So basically the fix is, first of all, you get the upgraded boxes that have the locks on here. Those seem to be pretty expensive. In my experience, that makes no damn difference whatsoever. But you are going to want to do, it has a rubber seal back here. You're going to want to make sure that whenever you put this in, like so, you got to turn it to the left first. You push in, it's going to lock, and then you got to rotate it to the right. It's going to go over there, and you just want to try to make this mesh up as good as you can. But you can see, you know, what the hell are you going to do with that? Pretty much nothing. This little latch thing over here, if you do have that, these cars are getting old enough, if you try to pull on that latch very hard at all, it's just going to snap off and break off, which is what happened to this. So, moves me on to the fix. Well, there really isn't a fix. These cars are just oily smelling cars. Even the newer BMWs just smell like oil. It's just how they roll, just the way it is. You can make them a little better. Obviously, if you're having stuff dripping on the manifold, you could redo your valve cover gasket. Most of these by now are cracked. I think this one actually is cracked. You can't see it unless I pull all the covers and everything off. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. The only defense you have to this is to turn on the recirculate on the inside. And on the inside, on the E39, E38, it'll look something like this, and it'll have a little recirculate button. And if you turn it on auto, which is the first one, it seems like it doesn't do much of anything. If you turn it on full recirculate, you will not smell any smell from the engine bay. It'll then be on recirculate, It'll only recirculate the oil inside the cabin. Now there's a problem with that. If it's cold outside and you have this on recirculate, your windows are going to fog up very quick. So that's your main defense. Basically try to keep all the oil leaks you have at bay. It's just the kind of car it is. You guys might have a different opinion of it. It's just going to smell like oil. Nothing you can really do about it. If you don't mind that, it's just one of the characteristics of these cars. They're really good cars. Overall, they're really good cars. So this car is, as you can tell, it's running right now. This one doesn't do it too bad. I'll step back a little bit so you can hear me. It does have a crack in the valve cover, a little hairline crack. You start getting some age on these plastic valve covers, you're just gonna have that. That's pretty much number one reason of it stinking. It could be leaking out of anywhere. It could be CCV related or anything like that, or even possibly power steering if it gets bad enough. But as far as oil leaks go, I'll run through that real quick with you guys. This one has had the CCV delete. We stole the catch can off of it for another car. We'll probably just go ahead and vent this over to another catch can or leave it like it is. Like I said, the crack in the valve cover gasket itself, you have to put sealer on these. Once they get older, the valve cover warps and won't work. The banjo fitting on the Vanos, if it's not tight enough or if there's crap in the little washers here or here, it could be leaking. Also, the oil filter housing gasket. That's not as common as what you think. Most of the time, that's to do with the oil line to the CCV. The oil dipstick tube O-ring, which is guy right there. That likes to leak really bad. That's pretty common. And these don't really have any rear main problems. A lot of times I'll see these come in the timing chain tensioner, which is right there, has a aluminum or even a copper washer on it, and people forget to put that back in or have dirt in it. That'll be leaking. Rarely ever any kind of oil pan leaks ever. But that's pretty much it, guys. That's most of the oil leaks on the M52, M52tu, or M54 engines in the BMW E39. And that does cover 1996 all the way to 2003. So yeah, that's all for today's video, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.